Hello everyone, welcome back to the tutorials again. So in today's session we are going to start with unit module number 3, which is generally about the pre-stressed concrete. So what exactly pre-stressed concrete means? You can see over here. What is pre-stressed concrete? Concrete in which reinforcing steel bars are stretched and anchored to compress it and thus increases its resistance to stress. So whatever the normal steel bars which we are going to use in RCC, same steel bars are stretched and anchored to increase the resistance to stress. So you may ask me how the stretching and anchoring of steel bars will increase the resistance to stress. Before that, let us study some of the general concepts. Okay, before moving up to all these things, let us study some general concepts. So you can see over here, this is a normal reinforced beam. So whenever we apply the load in vertically downward direction, it is going to, if it is a simply supported beam, it is going to bend like this. Okay, so when it bends, topmost fibers are in compression and bottommost uh, fibers of, fibers means concrete, bottommost layer of concrete or bottommost fibers are in tension. So due to the compression and tension action, concrete can bear the compression but it won't be able to bear the tension. So on the top face there will not be any cracks in case of simply supported beam, but in case of in bottom layer or bottommost fiber there will be some cracks. There will be some cracks like this. So this phenomenon we have taken into picture, and for that we are going to place the reinforcements like this, and these are anchors. Okay, so these anchors are going to hold the stretched bar. So once we stretch this bar, this beam is going to bend like this. So this is nothing but pre-stressed concrete. Okay, as the beam is bending like this initially, whenever we apply the load, beam is going to, after the loading, beam is going to come to the actual position without any cracks. So you can see the clear difference. So when this concept of pre-stressing arrived, pre-stressed concrete arrived, so whenever we apply the load in on a beam or RC beam, there will be cracks on tension zone. There will be cracks in tension zone. So how to avoid these cracks? Why these cracks are going to form? So we have studied, and then this reinforced concrete concept, pre-stressed concrete concept comes into picture. So this phenomenon is very simple. As we are applying load in vertically direction, initially we are going to provide the stress in the steel so that it can bend the beam in upward direction. So whenever we uh, load the beam, it should come to the original position. Similarly, it is applicable for cantilever beam also. So cantilever beam is having sorry cantilever beam is having tension zone in topmost fiber. As the beam is going to bend like this, bottommost fibers are having compression, topmost fibers are having tension. So due to this tension action, the cracks are going to form on the topmost surface. So to avoid these cracks, what we are going to do, we are going to provide the same reinforced steel but with some stresses induced in that. How we are going to induce stresses? So we are going to induce the stresses by stretching and anchoring the same, to the in the beam. So after loading the beam, it is going to come to the original position. It is going to come to the original position. Okay. So another example for this we can take as, you can see another example we can take like this. So this figure explains you betterly about the pre-stressing concept. Normally RC beam, cracks are going to form at bottom. So whenever we are going to provide some stresses, and whenever we are going to anchor the stressed steel, so actually stressed steels are called as tendons, remember it. Whenever we provide some stresses to the steel, those are called as tendons. So those tendons are anchored by using anchorages. Okay, so for normal dead load, beam is going to bend like this. Whenever the beam is going to act upon some, whenever some loads are going to act upon the beams, it is going to come to the normal position. This concept was used previously long years ago, but actually we were not knowing about these concepts. For example, you can see wooden boxes you might have seen. So these wooden pieces are tied with the metal wound, so that it can pressurizedly uh, keep this wooden plates tight, and there will be no leakage of water. So same concept is given over here. The concept of pre-stressing was invented years ago when the metal wound around wooden pieces to form barrel. So the barrels were formed. The metal bands, actually they should be bands, metal bands were tightened under tensile stress, which creates compression between the staves. Means you can see whenever we tighten these metal strips, it is going to create the compression between the uh, wooden plates, I can call. Okay, which allowing them to resist the internal liquid pressure. So internally, whatever the liquid which we are going to fill, that internal liquid pressure is going to get resisted by compression forces created in this wooden planks. So that compression force is created under tensile stresses, tensiles, which under the tightening of this metal bands, which create the tensile stresses in metal band. The tensile stresses in metal band creates the compression between two wooden planks or adjacent wooden planks, which is helpful to resist the liquid pressure, Similarly, you can see over here the same concept we have used. So what is pre-stress? Internal stresses are induced to counteract external stresses. So in 1914, Freystinet attempted to introduce permanent acting forces in concrete to resist the elastic forces under load, and was named as pre-stressing. So 1914, the arrival of pre-stressed force was taken place. So you can see over here what is the main drawback of this RCC, or reinforced concrete. We are going to study main drawback of reinforced concrete first. The concrete is strong in compression, weak in tension. Steel is strong in tension, weak in compression. So reinforced concrete uses concrete to resist the compression and to hold bars in position, and use steel to resist the tension. So in reinforced concrete, we use concrete to resist the compression and to hold the bars in, or steel bars in position, and this steel is used to resist the tension. So tensile strength of concrete is neglected. Entirely tensile strength of only concrete is neglected. So RC beam allows cracks under service load. So that's what I have said. RC beams are allowed the cracks under service load. Now, what is the principle of pre-stressing? So pre-stressing is a method in which compression forces is applied to a reinforced concrete section. So how we are going to apply the compression force? We are going to apply the compression force by inducing tensile stresses. So same wooden plank example I can take. So here compression forces are introduced by tightening the uh, metal strips and inducing the tensile stresses in them. Okay, so it is then possible to treat the concrete as a elastic. Effect of pre-stressing is to reduce the tensile stresses in the section to the point till tensile stresses below the cracking stress. So actually the cracking is going to occur due to tensile stresses. As I have said, on bottommost fiber there will be tensile stresses. So those tensile stresses are so high that those tensile stresses are more than cracking stresses. So basic concept or basic principle of pre-stressing is the tensile stresses are reduced in such a manner that they should be below the cracking stresses. Thus concrete does not crack. This is the main advantage. It is then possible to treat the concrete as elastic material. As the concrete is not cracking, it is suggested to treat the concrete as elastic material. The concrete can be visualized to have two compressive forces: internal pre-stressing forces, and second one, external forces, dead load and live load. These two forces must counteract each other. So actually concrete beam is pre-stressed concrete is visualized to have two compressive forces. First one, internal pre-stressing force, which we are going to induce, and external force. Simply I can say that internal force should counteract with external force. So what is the internal force? Internal force is a pre-stressing force which we are going to induce. Next you can see the principle of pre-stressing. So we are going to go in depth later. So just I will continue with the introduction little bit further. Okay, previously we were studying about this. So I hope you have understood about the introduction clearly. Further you can see there are two types in pre-stressed concrete. In pre-stressed concrete or in pre-stressing there are two types. One is pre-tensioning, another one is post-tensioning. So in pre-stressing there are two types, pre-tensioning and post-tensioning. These two differ in method of stressing. So in pre-stressed concrete we need to stress the steels. So steels are called as tendons. So we need to induce some stresses in the tendons. These inducing the stresses is a very important parameter in pre-stressed concrete. So in inducing the stresses there are two types, that is pre-tension and post-tension. So description of construction sequences will help to bring out the differences. So construction sequence of pre-tensioning and post-tensioning differs. So that is the main difference between pre-tensioning and post-tensioning. Let us see in detail what is pre-tensioning pre-stressed concrete. So pre-tensioned pre-stressed concrete means a beam or element are constructed on a stressing bed and stretched cables is placed between two buttresses anchored to a stressing bed, which holds forces in stretched cables. It is very simple. You can see this is a pre-stressing bed. So end abutments. So where the jack will be there. So whatever the portion which we are going to construct, that portion is in between this. So this is a anchor. This is a tendon which is anchored to the jack. So this is a steel tendon. Steel cable is called as steel tendon. So let us see further. After stretching the steel with hydraulic jacks, concrete is placed in forms around the cable and allowed to harden. So the difference is very simple. After stretching this steel tendon, the concrete is placed in the mold and then concrete is allowed to uh, harden. So when the concrete reaches sufficient strength, the pre-stresses forces is transferred to the concrete by bond when the steel strands at the ends of the beam is cut. So you can see after the concrete achieves the desired strength, these tendons are going to cut from here, and due to which the stresses are going to transfer to the concrete by using the medium of bond between concrete and steel. So pre-stressing is very simple. Before pouring the concrete, we are going to induce the stress in the uh, stress in the steel tendon or stress in the steel. So this is the real picture you can see. So these are the anchors, these are the tendons. So these are concrete, these are concrete beams which are placed. So you can see over here these concrete beams are induced with anchors, and before pouring the concrete only these anchors are tensioned. So this is a real life example for pre-tensioned concrete beam. Similarly, what is post-tensioning? Post-tensioning is a technique for reinforcing concrete. So this is a technique for pre-stressed concrete. Steel cables inside plastic ducts or sleeves are positioned in a form before concrete is placed. So in sleeves, these steel cables are placed. Afterwards, once the concrete gains its strength, the cables are pulled. So here inducing the stresses in the cable is after pouring the concrete in post-tensioned method. In pre-tensioned method, inducing the stresses in the concrete is before pouring the concrete. So remember, this is the main difference between pre-tensioning and post-tensioning. So you can see whatever this greenish color, light green color is shown, these are nothing but sleeves. So in sleeves, these rolled cables are placed. In sleeves, rolled cables are placed. So we are going to place the cables like this, and we are going to tighten it. You can see over here. Okay. So this is a construction steps. So pre-tension, pre-stressed concrete is usually fabricated away from the job site in a pre-stressed plant. So pre-tensioning is done in the pre-stressing plant, whereas in post-tensioned pre-stressed concrete, application of stressing forces to structure is done in a site. This is also very important difference. So in case of pre-stressed concrete, the stresses are induced in case of pre-tensioning, stresses are induced in the concrete in plant or in some controlled condition, but not on the job site. But this post-tensioning is must and should to be done in a job site. Okay, so further after this, in next session we are going to study about the process of post-tensioning, process of pre-tensioning. After that, we are going to study about the different types of anchorages, different types of tensioning devices, etc. Okay. Further, in after that, we are going to study advantages and disadvantages of pre-stressed concrete. So we will stop here today. After this, we will continue in next session.